What's going on, YouTube? Legend here, back at with you again with a new one this time. And that new one is Rurouni Kenshin. That's right, Rurouni Kenshin. For those of you who aren't familiar, it's an old anime back from 80s, 90s time. Older. And recently they had a live action adaptation on Netflix. Now hold on, guys, hold on. Now I know whenever you hear that live action adaptation in Netflix, you panic, you shiver, you think of the horrible things that we've been subject to in the past. That's no trust me, it's nothing like that. What I'm gonna tell you is Rurouni Kenshin live action is an absolute masterpiece. Immaculate, wonderful. I'll even argue to say it. That these movies, there's 4 of them. The last one is only a Netflix adaptation. The other 3 are before that. But these movies, I honestly might say I might have enjoyed more than the actual anime itself. Now, I'm just wanting to give basically my thoughts on the movie. Just a little bit about what I thought about the other 3 movies, but mainly I'm going to try and focus on this new one that came out and what I liked about it, what I didn't like about it, to give you guys a good look and maybe review you one way or the other of if you should watch this or not. So stay tuned here. But first, I want to talk about the anime, right? And so just to give you guys an idea, for those of you who aren't familiar, Rurouni Kenshin is an anime about a swordsman that was back in the feudal era of Japan, right? He was a samurai, he was an assassin actually, back during war times, and he was a very, very famous killer called Batosai the Manslayer, right? Now, he killed many people, he was dangerous, he was known throughout the nation, and when the war came to an end, he disappeared, right? Then, he reappeared in the beginning of the anime, and he was basically reformed somehow. We don't know what happened. All we know is that we see him, he had a cross-shaped scar on his cheek, and he's vowed to never kill again, right? Reason being, we don't really know why he decided to do that, but he seemed to be a changed person, right? Now, in the anime, you basically just know him as this reformed person. We don't really see him as the killer, as the person manslayer. So it's kind of hard to believe that he was that person because he's so lighthearted and so on and so forth when we see him. But all comes into play during this movie here, where it covers his backstory, of what was known in the anime as Samurai X. I believe, Samurai X, Trust and Betrayal. During those OVAs after the happenings of the anime. But yeah, this anime back in the day, I really, really, really loved. It took on basically it really took on the subject of repentance and forgiveness, and just owning up to your prior mistakes, no matter how grave they are. And it had some very valuable lessons, which basically makes it a classic anime. Now, to take such a beautiful work of art like this, of Rurouni Kenshin, and to say I'm going to make a live action adaptation of it, is quite a feat, because it's not a short anime. It has a lot of material in it. But the first 3 movies came out back in, I believe, 2013 to 2016. And those movies were absolutely great. Like, I went in with a negative mindset. I saw them. They were immaculate. There's 3 of them. And it, like I said earlier, it covers up to him fighting Shishio and defeating him. I tell you right now, oh man, like, that is the golden standard of what you want a live action adaptation to be. The action was flawless. The casting was great. The only issue I had with the casting in the other movies was Sanosuke. Not saying that he was a bad actor, but more so he made Sanosuke a little bit goofier than what his anime counterpart actually was. But it was fine because everybody was spot on, in my opinion. The looks of the characters, I immediately, when I saw a character, I knew who this is supposed to be from the anime. Like, I knew right off the bat, Even Sanosuke in a sense, even Sanosuke too, but it was just immaculate. Like, even though some of the wording that they used was different, all the messages were the same. Everything, any change was accepted in my book. So great. But now we get on to this new live action adaptation. And when I tell you, this did not disappoint at all. The material that this one covered was, like I said earlier, was the material from the Samurai X OVAs. And this basically handles the backstory of Kenshin, where we learn how he got that cross-face scar and what happened, what event caused him to vow to never kill again. Right? Now, a few gripes that I do have with this movie. I feel like there was some information that was cut out.
We interrupt this program for an important news announcement.
In the other three movies, they kind of cover a little bit of Kenshin's backstory throughout those movies more than the anime did. But this one, I feel like they kind of skipped through his flashback a little bit too much, because for somebody who doesn't already know his backstory, I feel like it could get confusing a little bit, because it's just, it's not an entire flashback. It's just like a sequence of scenes to basically give you an idea of what happened. So I kind of wish they were a little bit more clear on that. So people who are new to it, who are only watching the movie, have never seen the anime, could have a full understanding of like how horrible the situation was. There were certain characters in the flashback that didn't make clear. Those things that I just feel like they could have been more clear about. But that's really my only gripe with it. Everything else I felt was immaculate. Like, the fighting scenes were great. I like how a lot of the beginning, the first half of the movie was a lot of dialogue, a lot of setup, a lot of like leading up to what the action was, introducing to the characters, building of the tension and everything. And I think they did a great job when it comes to that. And then when it came to the action scenes, I was on the edge of my seat. The fights looked amazing. The characterization of the villain, I actually liked the live action counterpart a lot more than I did of the anime counterpart back in the day. Maybe because it could be possibly because back then I watched when I was younger, so I didn't fully get the weight of his character that his character was carrying. But yeah, I was able to take this character very seriously. So honestly, like, when it comes to the fight scenes, the dialogue, the story, the villain, it was just great. It was just great. It was just well done, great acting, great casting. It's the golden standard of what you want a live action to be. So if you guys were ever on the fence, if you want to watch this, just no need to think about it anymore. Get on Netflix, go watch it. It's immaculate. If you want to watch the first three first, which you should do because it's a continuation, it doesn't reintroduce you to the characters that you were introduced to in the other movies. So to have a full understanding of this last movie, you should have watched the first three. You can watch those on Funimation. You can watch those there if you have that app, or you can watch it on Amazon Prime. But it costs money to rent the movie from Amazon Prime. But also too, I mean, you might be able to find free ways to watch it. But that's that. And if you want to do that, then go ahead. But yeah, so that's really just my thoughts when it comes to this live action series, this live action movie, and yeah, like I really think that it's worth checking out. I feel like you're truly missing out if you don't watch this. And honestly, since Netflix doesn't have it, maybe if a lot of people watch this and a lot of people give it a chance, then maybe Netflix will decide to try and get the other 3 movies on there. Right now, when I looked, it was actually number 7 in the top 10 on Netflix there for movies. So, you know, watch it. Let's get it up there. You know, let Netflix know that the anime community is here, and we're here deep, and we need more content. And I need you to try harder when it comes to those live actions, because I swear, if they mess up this One Piece live action that's gonna come out later on, oh my gosh, it will be hell to pay, you know. So why don't you focus on that instead of focusing on the Record of Ragnarok anime that I hear is not so good. I haven't seen it, but you know. But yeah, but I will end that here. So let me know what you guys think of the movie if you decide to go see it. Let me know what you guys think of my review of the movie there, and yeah, and like the video if you like the content that I'm giving you here, and do not forget to subscribe to the channel. So you get more content like this. And yeah, I'll end that there. Legend out.